You think medicine works by fighting foreign invaders. It doesn't. It works by forging your signature. Most life-saving drugs aren't chemical weapons. They are biological imposters. They are mimicking your own cells to do something your body currently cannot do. In the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to the 3 characters involved in this biological drama. The natural musician who lives inside you, and the 2 imposters designed to replace him, the stunt double and the bouncer. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how drugs work. You'll know exactly which imposter you are swallowing and why your body is tricked into letting them in. Now, to understand how this mimicry works, you need to know the one secret rule every cell in your body follows. A rule these drugs are designed to exploit. To understand this, you have to stop looking at your body as a machine and start looking at it as an orchestra. Every second, billions of chemical signals are playing a symphony. One signal plays the drums to keep your heart beating. Another plays the violin to tell you you're in pain. We call this melody homeostasis. Your body works on a strict lock and key system. We call the locks receptors. Usually, only your body's own chemicals have the key to open them. But scientists realized something. If you can figure out the shape of that key, you can 3D print a copy in a lab. We call these copies ligands. Here is the cheat sheet. The lock is the receptor. The key is the natural chemical. And the drug is the 3D printed forgery. Once a drug enters your system, it hunts down these locks. And because it looks identical to your natural chemical, the cell opens the door. But just because the key fits doesn't mean it opens the door the same way. This is where most people get the concept of healing wrong. We think the drug is physically fixing the broken part, but actually, the drug is often just hijacking the communication lines to send a different command. Let's say your body is inflamed. The inflammatory signals are screaming so loud that your body's natural calming drummer, cortisol, can't be heard over the chaos. The natural musician is still playing the right message, it's just not strong enough. This is when we send in the stunt double. A drug like prednisone is an agonist. It rushes in, takes the drummer's seat, and plays the exact same beat, but through a megaphone. It fits the chair perfectly, that's affinity, and it plays the beat louder and stronger than the natural signal ever could, that's efficacy. The drug isn't fighting the inflammation directly, it's overpowering the chaos by amplifying the signal to calm down. Here is the core concept. The agonist is the stunt double. It sits in the chair and plays. It mimics and amplifies the natural signal. But sometimes, the best way to save a patient isn't to play louder music. It's to shut the whole system down. This is the antagonist, and it saves lives by doing absolutely nothing. Let's look at an overdose. Imagine the opioid musician is playing a solo so chaotic and loud that it's putting the conductor to sleep. You stop breathing. Enter the antagonist, like the drug naloxone. Naloxone is the bouncer. It looks just like the opioid key. It rushes to the chair and sits down. But here is the genius part. It doesn't play. It has high affinity. It sits in the chair tight. But it has zero efficacy. It makes no sound. By simply occupying the seat, the chaotic opioid can't sit back down. The music stops. The silence saves you. The patient wakes up. The bottom line is this. The antagonist is the bouncer. It sits in the chair and waits. It blocks the signal by doing absolutely nothing. Here's the rule most students miss. Binding is not the same as action. So next time you take a pill, remember, you aren't just swallowing a chemical. You're swallowing a master of disguise. Whether it's a stunt double amplifying the music or a bouncer enforcing silence, these drugs work because they speak your body's native language. They are the pharmaceutical symphony. Now, here's a test to see if you were actually listening. There is a third type of drug we didn't mention. It sits in the chair, but it only plays the music half as loud as the original musician. It's called a partial agonist. In the comments below, tell me, is a partial agonist a stunt double or a bouncer? Think carefully. If it's making any sound at all, what does that tell you? Most students get this wrong. Let's see if you can get it right.